McQueen. 10 most iconic roles in film history ranked. Steve McQueen, also known as the King of Cool, was one of the most well-known and beloved actors of his time as he starred in over 25 movies during his almost 30 years long career. He was a man of many talents as he was able to act in several different genres from sci-fi to westerns to suspense. This is MovieTube. Don't forget to click subscribe if you want more updates. Sadly, the great actor passed away at the young age of 50 in 1980. Even though it's been 40 years since his untimely death, his movies are still being played today and he is still considered an icon movie star. Let's take a look at his 10 most iconic roles. Number 10. Henry Charrier in Papillon. Based on the 1969 autobiography by Henry Charrier, Papillon was a huge box office success, earning over $3 million in its first week. Steve McQueen starred as Henry Papillon, the wrongly convicted man who wants to escape his imprisonment. Co-starring alongside McQueen was Dustin Hoffman as Louis Degas, fellow convict who helps Henry escape. McQueen was nominated for a Golden Globe for his performance, and the film itself earned an Academy Award nomination for Best Music. Over 40 years after Papillon was released, a remake with Charlie Hunnam as Henry and Rami Malek as Louis Degas hit theaters in 2017. Number 9. Jake Hallman in The Sand Pebbles. The 1966 film The Sand Pebbles, starring Steve McQueen as Jake Hallman, the rebellious US Navy machinist, wowed fans as it earned critical and commercial success. The Sand Pebbles was nominated for several Academy Awards and Golden Globes, including McQueen's nominations for Best Actor. The Sand Pebbles tells the story of a river gunboat in 1920s China with independent Navy machinist Jake aboard. The crew is ordered to protect Americans, including teacher Shirley Eckhart, played by Candice Bergen. Jake and the crew become involved in a grim feud which keeps viewers on the edge of their seats and rooting for the riverboat crew. Number 8. Michael Delaney in Le Mans. The 1979 film Le Mans is a staple in most racing fans' movie collection. The drama depicts the story of Porsche race car driver Michael Delaney as he overcomes his painful memories and feelings for a widow to beat his Ferrari rival in the 24-hour endurance race in Le Mans, France. Race was a true passion for Steve McQueen, and Le Mans was supposed to allow McQueen to take control of his career. In 2015, a documentary, Steve McQueen, The Man and Le Mans, was released showing the terror and turmoil during the production of Le Mans. Number 7. Michael O'Halloran in The Towering Inferno. Disaster film The Towering Inferno was a gigantic success in 1974 as it was the second highest grossing film of the year and won several Oscars and Golden Globes. With Steve McQueen and Paul Newman in the same film, it was bound to be a hit. The Towering Inferno is the suspenseful and tragic story of a newly constructed skyscraper catching on fire due to contractors taking shortcuts. Steve McQueen stars as Fire Chief Michael O'Halloran, and Paul Newman co-stars as architect Doug Roberts. The two are forced to team up in order to save as many lives as they can. Number 6. Thomas Crown in The Thomas Crown Affair. Steve McQueen stars alongside Faye Dunaway as millionaire Thomas Crown in the thrilling and romantic 1968 film The Thomas Crown Affair. The crime movie was written by McQueen's trusted screenwriter Alan Trustman, who also wrote Bullet. Thomas Crown is a bored millionaire who decides to add a little excitement into his life by robbing a bank, which he successfully pulls off. But things go awry when beautiful insurance investigator Vicki Anderson, played by Dunaway, takes an interest in the crime. Not only does McQueen do a terrific job acting in this film, but he also does his own stunts, including racing a dune buggy at top speed on the Massachusetts coastline. Number 5. Steve Andrews in The Blob. With a name like The Blob, who wouldn't want to see this film? The Blob was a 1958 sci-fi film about, guessed it, a killer blob, or in more technical terms, a gelatinous alien. Steve McQueen starred as small-town teenager Steve Andrews, and his best girl in the film was Jane Martin, played by Anita Corso. The young lovebirds are the first to discover the jello-like alien, and they do their best to warn others. Unfortunately, no one believes the kids, including the town's policeman. The Blob might not have won any prestigious awards, but it is an iconic classic for sci-fi fans. Before going any further, please press subscribe and like button to support this channel. Thank you. Number 4. Doc McCoy in The Getaway. For fans of romantic crime drama, the 1972 film The Getaway, starring Steve McQueen as convict Doc McCoy and Ali MacGraw as his wife Carol, is a must-watch. Doc and Carol strike up a deal with the shady Texan Jack Benyon, played by Ben Johnson, in order to get Doc out of jail. A get-out-of-jail-free card in exchange for helping with a bank robbery. But things go south for the couple as they are soon on the run from the law and from other criminals. Steve McQueen and Ali MacGraw were husband and wife in real life as well. The couple was married from 1973 to 1978, and she is believed to be the true love of his life. Number 3. Vin Tanner in The Magnificent Seven. Every Western fan has seen the 1960s film The Magnificent Seven, starring Steve McQueen, Yul Brynner, Charles Bronson, Robert Vaughn, Brad Dexter, James Coburn, and Horst Buchholz. These 7 are professional gunslingers hired to protect a Mexican village from an evil outlaw leader. Even though the film did not receive critical acclaim, it did earn 3 sequels, a sci-fi rendition, and a remake in 2016 starring big names such as Denzel Washington and Chris Pratt. These sequels and versions might be great movies, but no one can hold a candle to Steve McQueen and the 1960s gunslingers. Number 2. Frank Bullitt in Bullitt. There have been many thrilling car chases in the history of Hollywood, but none quite as legendary as the chase in the 1968 action film Bullitt. Steve McQueen starred as Police Lieutenant Frank Bullitt, who is in charge of mob boss Pete Boss's brother Johnny. Things get dicey when mob hitmen become involved, which leads to the famous car chase that ran all over San Francisco. At the time of filming, McQueen was a world-class race car driver and drove in all of the close-up scenes. McQueen also picked out the iconic Mustang himself. Number 1. Captain Virgil Hilts in The Great Escape. Steve McQueen is an iconic actor who is still respected and known as the King of Cool. While many of McQueen's movies gained him his cool guy reputation, none of them was as influential as 1963 film The Great Escape. Steve McQueen starred as Captain Virgil Hilts, who, along with the help of British squadron leader Robert Bartlett, played by Richard Attenborough, gets his men out of the German prisoners of war camp. But their escape is just the beginning in this wild ride. The Great Escape made Steve McQueen the legend he is to this day. Finally, I chose the order of these top 10 films by considering their importance in Steve's overall career, as well as the size and the importance of his role in them. I also took into account their overall popularity today, as evidenced by their ratings on sites like IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes. Naturally, feel free to watch them in any order you like. This is merely a recommended top 10. You might watch them in the order listed here, chronologically like I did, or in a way that corresponds with your own movie tastes. Thank you very much for watching, and at the end, please subscribe to our channel and hit like button and leave a comment in the comment section. Thank you very much.